Before we start today's video, please remember to subscribe, share our videos with others, and browse the channel to watch other enjoyable videos. Ireland's neutrality stems from its unique history, particularly in the aftermath of gaining independence from Britain in 1922. The country wanted to distance itself from the military conflicts that were a significant part of its colonial history under British rule. Neutrality became part of Ireland's national identity, and it was formalized after World War II. During and after World War II, Ireland chose to maintain a policy of neutrality. Despite pressure from the Allies, especially Britain, during the war to enter the conflict on their side, Ireland, under the leadership of Eamon de Valera, opted not to join the war. This decision was partially motivated by a desire to protect its sovereignty and avoid being drawn into conflicts that did not directly affect its security. After the war, Ireland continued this neutral stance, refusing to join military alliances such as NATO. This decision was in stark contrast to most European nations, who joined NATO to ensure their security against the growing Soviet threat during the Cold War. Neutrality became a cornerstone of Ireland's foreign policy. It is enshrined in Irish political discourse and is a defining aspect of the nation's international identity. In essence, Ireland's neutral stance is seen as a moral position in the international community, where the country emphasizes peacekeeping and diplomatic solutions over military intervention. Ireland has maintained this stance throughout various global conflicts, such as the Cold War and the more recent wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, which has reinforced the idea of neutrality as a central tenet of its foreign relations. Ireland is strategically located on the western edge of Europe, with no immediate military threats. Unlike countries in Eastern Europe or those bordering the Soviet Union during the Cold War, Ireland didn't perceive itself to be at risk of invasion or military aggression. This geographic isolation played a significant role in its decision not to join NATO, which was created to counter Soviet expansion in Europe. While Ireland is close to the United Kingdom, a NATO member, Ireland has often emphasized that it wished to avoid being involved in any conflicts or obligations that might come with being part of a military alliance. The country has a long history of a complicated relationship with the UK, and its neutrality allowed it to distance itself from military conflicts involving its larger neighbor. Public opinion in Ireland has consistently supported the idea of neutrality. Ireland's neutral status is deeply intertwined with its national identity and its image as a peace-loving nation. This is reflected in Ireland's active participation in the UN peacekeeping missions, which allows it to contribute to global peace efforts without being involved in military alliances. There is also a sense of pride in Ireland's neutrality, with many citizens viewing it as a moral stance in the face of international conflicts, especially given Ireland's own history of colonialism and struggle for independence. Many Irish people see neutrality as a form of independence that prevents them from being dragged into wars or conflicts that do not directly concern their security. From a military standpoint, Ireland has not had the resources to maintain a large standing military capable of defending itself from major military threats. The country has instead focused on maintaining a small but capable defense force, which is supported by a policy of neutrality. This has allowed Ireland to focus its resources on other priorities, such as economic development and social welfare, rather than on military commitments. Additionally, Ireland benefits from security guarantees provided by international organizations such as the United Nations and the European Union, or EU for short. While Ireland is not a NATO member, it is a member of the EU, which provides economic and, to some extent, political security. The EU's Collective Defence Clause allows for mutual defence among EU member states, though it does not require any military intervention without consensus. While Ireland has chosen not to join NATO, it has maintained a cooperative relationship with the alliance, particularly through the Partnership for Peace, or PFP, program. The PFP allows Ireland to engage with NATO in areas like peacekeeping, disaster relief, and humanitarian missions, without committing to military intervention. This allows Ireland to participate in certain operations while preserving its neutral status. Ireland's government has been careful to avoid any commitments that could be interpreted as aligning with NATO or participating in military conflicts outside of peacekeeping missions under the UN. Ireland's constitution does not explicitly forbid military alliances, but its commitment to neutrality is deeply ingrained in both national law and policy. This is exemplified by Ireland's stance on joining NATO, which would require changes to the country's defence policies and possibly a national referendum. Given the deep-rooted nature of Irish neutrality, any move to join NATO or another military alliance would likely face significant public opposition, making such a shift unlikely in the near future. That is the end of the video, and on behalf of the OLE 20th Century History YouTube channel, thank you for watching this video, and please remember to subscribe, share our videos with others, and browse the channel to watch other enjoyable videos.